Model 3 long range after 3 weeks and 1,500 miles. So check this out. In today's video, I want to go over just a few of the things that have kind of been bothering me just a little bit after 3 weeks and 1,500 miles driving this car for work and as my daily driver. The things that have stuck out to me as I've been driving this car. So the first minor issue I have is the lack of functionality that the Model 3 long range has with SiriusXM. Now, I was a huge SiriusXM user and listener for many years, probably since I got my first car that was integrated with SiriusXM in 2015. And I miss it. And I found myself not using the SiriusXM app because it was cumbersome to have to pull it up and select which station I wanted when I used to be able to hit a button and swap back and forth between whichever station I wanted to listen to. Because of that, I found myself canceling my SiriusXM subscription, and more often than not, I drive the car in silence. That's not to say that there aren't options out there. They have other options available like Spotify and TuneIn and what's the other one? Tidal. But I've never regularly used those. It doesn't mean that you can't. If you do, hey, great for you. I didn't, and I relied on SiriusXM because that's what I used when I would travel. I miss my SiriusXM. I miss Liquid Metal. I miss Octane. I miss Jose Metal Ambassador Mangan. I love you, man. I miss you. I miss you. That's the first minor issue that I've had with this vehicle so far. The seats of the Model 3 are very comfortable and very soft, or as the words of another YouTube creator, plush. I really like that word, plush. But they have this really nice divot right here that it's almost like buckets, where you sit in the bucket seat and like your butt's supposed to be right here. Now what I've found is on the left side right here, when I'm driving for three and a half hours at a time, my hip bone, the greater trochanter, the femur, would rub right here, and it's constantly putting pressure right here on this spot. Now that's probably not that big of a deal if you're only driving 5 minutes or so, but when you're driving 3.5 hours, it starts to become noticeable. And I've definitely noticed that I swivel my hips much more in this vehicle than I have in any other vehicle. Now, I don't know if it's because my seat, when it was positioned, is a little bit further to the right than I was expecting, but because of that, I find that there's a lot of pressure in this spot right here. Not a big deal, honestly. The seat's comfortable enough so that it doesn't make it that big of a deal, but it is something that I notice on a regular basis whenever I drive the long distance drives that I do. A third small detail right here, the automatic trunk open, which I know wasn't standard for a while on the Model 3, but now it is. And this right here, is it supposed to go all the way up? Mine doesn't. It stops maybe about halfway, and then I have to lift it the rest of the way up. Is that standard, or should I put in a service order for that? Comment below, let me know, because I've just been dealing with it. But once it's all the way up, if I push the close, it'll close all the way. I don't know if that's a problem, but you can always let me know in the comments below. It only goes halfway. See? And then I have to lift it the rest of the way. Comment below. Is that something I should have looked at? So here's one that's been a serious thorn in my side. My blind spot, whenever you turn on the turn signal, it's supposed to pull up your blind spot camera, right? And it uses these cameras to enable Tesla Vision for autopilot and actually for traffic aware cruise control. However, this is the issue I've been running into. Whenever I try to turn right, I get this black screen and the spinning wheel of death right here, and I don't have auto steer or traffic aware cruise control functionality. I've put in a service request for this one, absolutely, and I'm hoping that they can somehow get here sooner rather than later. But this thing has been intermittent for quite some time. Some mornings it will work, and then later in the afternoon it won't work at all. And then I've also gone days without it working at all. So I put in a service request for that. I know that that's not supposed to be that way. To go along with that, I've also noticed that this one, the left-sided blind spot camera, looks fine. It looks okay. Oh, and I got it flashed me. And then I'm gonna go around to the other side. Beautiful. I still love it. It looks beautiful. When I get to this one, look at all of the condensation in that rear view camera. It makes me feel that the moisture inside of the camera housing has somehow made the circuit short out on occasion. That can't be normal. And as a matter of fact, I know that's not normal. So hopefully the service that I put in will get here soon. I hope so. Guys, after 3 weeks, the honeymoon still isn't over. I freaking love this car. I'm currently in Boca Raton, Florida, and I am at this fantastic little park here that's called Veterans Park. And I know that you guys probably don't know, but I myself am a veteran. I wanted to make this video here in Veterans Park because they have this fantastic memorial with these wonderful busts of all the different servicemen and women. We've got the Coast Guard, we've got the Navy, we've got the Marines, we've got the Army, and we've got the Air Force. The only thing we're missing is the Space Force, but that's okay. It's a tribute to Gold Star families, and for those that don't know, Gold Star families are families that have had loved ones that went to war and were killed in action. Nice place. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to everybody that liked and commented on my last video. I really appreciate it. I'd love to put more content out, but I don't know you want to see it unless you like and share and comment and tell me everything you want to know. Subscribe if you haven't. I am going to make more of these videos. I'm going to make more workout inspired videos, some health and nutrition and RN type of videos pretty soon. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and this is Team Us Chris. See you on the next one. The first minor issue I have is the lack of functionality that the Model 3 Long Range has with Siri. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?